Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Benumon.
Jerusalem, 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 Benumon.
Jerusalem, 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 Benumon.
Zaman ana finum rabu nasiludula daikala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Zaman ana finum rabuna shiludula daikala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Zaman ana finum rabu nasiludula daikala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Zaman ana finum rabuna shiludula daikala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Tajil zahir kwes mara zahir kwes amejidala. Hallelujah, amen.
Rajin zahir kwes mara zahir kwes
Hello and welcome to Fixing South Sudan, your ideas for building the new nation. I am Madingor. This week on Fixing South Sudan, we focus on the road construction in the 9th year since South Sudan obtained independence in 2011. Joining us in the program is Simon Akwe Deng, Senior Coordinator, African Resources Corporation, ARC, on Juba, Bor, Malakal, Reng Highway. Simon Akwe Deng, welcome to Fixing South Sudan. We are here on Juba, Bor, Malakal, Reng Highway. Tell us about the progress being made so far.
Thank you very much, Comrade Mading. This is Juba, Bor, Malakal, Reng Highway. This road, actually the first time we did survey here was 2012. With the help of the government, the Ministry of Roads and the Governor of Jonglei State that time, Comrade Paul Manyang. And because of war, we could not do anything. We had to stop in 2012, and in 2013, the worst happened. So I won't go back to that. But what I want to say is that this contract was signed sometime last year, and actually the starting point of this road, the starting date was supposed to be 1st June 2020, which is this month. But we started earlier because the government was kind enough to be able to release funds in advance before the project could start. So we continue to do our best. We appreciate the government and the Ministry of Road and Bridges, who have been very supportive to this cause. Then when we started, we had to look for a strategy. We had to look for a strategy to be able to finish this road earlier, the way we started earlier as well. And we had to bring in our colleagues from the market, the subcontractors, the South Sudanese subcontractors, the like of Malish, the like of Lemi, the like of Maria, the like of Timungor. We had to bring them on board. We say we have been given the contract and we are South Sudanese. We have to try our best to be able to deliver. And today, I will tell you that the first phase of the project is finished. We are now in the second phase. The first phase was clearance. We are clearing between Juba and Bor, which is 200 kilometers.
When did that begin?
It began on the 14th of December, and it is finished already. Then the second phase is this one. This one here, which is embankment and real work. So you see here, stone base has been laid, ready for tarmac. In the next few weeks, you will see tarmac here. And right now, we are at a 75-kilometer work. From 3 kilometers from Juba, out of 75 kilometers on the road, is all work going on, And we believe we will be able to finish the project, not in time, but a bit earlier. We can finish in time, not on time, because the time is 3 years. Yes. But we can finish earlier the way I see how we are moving right now.
As you know, this is a mega project, and every mega project faces constraints and challenges. What have been your struggles from the very beginning?
Of course, as much as the government is trying its best, COVID-19. COVID-19 has slowed down the international prices on crude oil. You know, how did this road start in the first place this year? The president went to China, our president, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, went to China, and when he came back, there was a clear message that we have to use crude oil. We have to use crude oil to build infrastructure. This is the result. So this is the vision of the president, and this is the vision of the government. And because of COVID-19, prices went down, and cash flow is also affecting. But we are not saying we are not stopping. We will continue to appreciate what the government give us, so that we can finish the road.
Tell me about the company that has been awarded the contract and the capacity.
ARC is a local company, and it has been awarded this contract. But I want to tell you that we are good now. In terms of equipment, in terms of human resource, we are also buying the expertise from international markets. We are employing all the brains that can actually help us to deliver quality job. So I see there is no worry. We are good enough to be able to deliver quality and admirable projects that South Sudanese will see. And give us only another 2 months. Within 2 months you come here, you will be driving on a 4-lane highway.
Tell us what has been your experience with the communities along the road, because a lot of alteration is happening. How are you tackling this?
Our people have been very good. Between here and Mangala, we have really met a very good reception. The community is cooperating with us, but we also as ARC, we are also giving communities some token. We are drilling boreholes for them. We are building offices that are prioritized. We are building schools. Like between here and Mangala, we are building major 3 secondary schools. We are also giving some tractors to the community, those who have requested to be able to farm. So, and we have also paid for, compensated all the exotic trees, the mangoes that were on the right of way. We have also compensated houses, tukuls, all the way up to Mangala, you know, and it will continue like that. So our people have been our strength. Our people here have been our strength. They are our security. They encourage us on a daily basis, and we really feel strong because the people of South Sudan are ready for development. They are not ready for other things, but they are ready for development.
ARC is the major contractor, but there are subcontractors. Is that not a risk for you in terms of quality? How are you supervising the subcontractors to ensure that the quality is the same?
You know, at first we had 5 major subcontractors. We had Rhino, which is R&U. We had Premier. We have Premier with us here. We have Point Investment, you know, working on the road here, and we have a MAS. Those were the original subcontractors. But now we have increased the number, which is a bit longer now. So there is no risk. There is no risk as I talk to you. Why? Because for every subcontractor, we have assigned a senior engineer to supervise them. From ARC. Number one. Number two, it is our lab. Our laboratory is the one that gives them go ahead. When they do a section of a road, okay, our laboratory come, run by a very senior quality assurance engineer, you know, and they will come and test, and they give them go ahead. If there is a failure, it has to be repeated. So it is not as such that we have given subcontractors leverage to do by their own, but our engineers are there making sure that whatever they are doing is meeting the design and the standard which has been set. And our MD in the office, Mr. Win, is a very experienced engineer that has been working, building highways in different countries in Asia. So there is no fear that the road will not be quality. And also we have to remove this euphoria of saying that if it is South Sudanese doing it is not quality. No, that is not correct. We are nationalists. We went to the war to liberate this country and got independence. We also want to liberate this country again through development.
And road is changes every aspect of life. What can you say about the hydrological conditions along the road? What has been the main headache? You know about what happened on the Juba Rumbek highway. The rain washed away much of the road that was already put in place. Is that likely to happen here, or have you put preventative measures in place?
You know, the designer did for us a good job. The designer designed this road according to the waterways, the natural waterways. There were two levels of consultation. The community told us this place has a lot of water. This place has little water. And we follow the route of the stream, all backward, to find out exactly how much the volume. ARC has a factory. That factory is able to produce all these culverts that you see. And I think you might have taken the snapshot of all these cells that are along the road. So there is no worry. It has been raining cats and dogs, you know, but we have not had any issue because water is passing through these culverts. You see even when next to me here is one of the culverts that is being finished. So there is no fear of road being washed away because we are very keen on, drainages. We are very keen on how water can be managed.
Tell me about costing, if it is a 3-year project, how much is budgeted for, and anything you can say about the price of the road.
The cost of the road, of course, is not, road is not cheap. The road is not cheap. Yeah. It will continue to change as government also change one or two things. It is not a fixed cost. You will find that there will be alignment here. The government want it to be like this. Also, the cost may drop, the cost may go ahead. But the initial cost, you know very well, I cannot hide this, is about 1.2 billion from here to Bor. And the size of the road you have seen, this is 10 meters. This is the international recognized standards, not the way we do it. This is 10 meters. The actual lanes from here to here and from the other side are 4 lanes. So those are 4 cars moving between here and here. And you will see the island also being filled up. You know, the quality, this is like investing for the future. Those who will do the island in the future and they put the train, they won't go down again because we have already finished everything. They will just walk on top and then they will put the train to move between Juba and Malakal, inshallah.
And let's connect the future with the present. In this program, we talk about fixing South Sudan. Is this road a good idea for fixing South Sudan? Can it fix South Sudan?
It is fixing South Sudan. It is going to fix health, fixing agriculture, fixing trade. It is going to fix almost entirely. What did Dr. John say and even General Salva Kiir did? General Salva Kiir said, what are the priorities of South Sudan? You saw the interview that he did way back when he was still in uniform. And he said, Dr. John said, 1, roads, priority. Second priority, roads. The third priority, roads. And it's the same thing, why did the president commit our crude to build? The president is saying, let us use crude to build the infrastructure. It's because road is the first priority, it is the second priority, and it's the third priority. And we believed that we are going to build South Sudan.
Very soon, South Sudan is celebrating independence, the 9th year since we obtained our independence in 2011. And when we speak about independent dividends, what do you say about the benefits of the road?
Already, Comrade Mading, this road is being used now by our transporters. It is already a dividend. And instead of us going away from what we achieved, we need to continue with this. We need to sober up, actually. Let us do politics in Juba. Let's leave guns in the stores. Let us embark on development. And our people are using it already. You see transporters going to Bor. And it's not just about construction. We are also maintaining this road. We have put equipments all the way up to Jamezer to make sure that any spot that is getting spoiled is also maintained for road to move between now and December. So this is also already a service to our people. Yeah.
The other impediment that could happen is insecurity that often flare up along the road. How are you addressing that?
Of course, the government has deployed forces all the way up to Bor. Our government is vigilant on that. They are doing their best. The government also, they have assigned us security to take care of the road. But I want to tell you this. There has been no sabotage on this road, either from the government, from the criminals, from the rebels. A few things that happen here and there are normal to human beings. But I want to say the road has been going on smoothly. There have been no issues, and we thank the government for protection. Yeah.
And can you say it for the record that this road is actually going to be built? There are many people who think that these projects are used to swindle money and then substandard work is done. Can you say there should be no worry about that?
There should be no worry. Look at this amount of equipment. If the government gave us money, and the money we use it to buy these equipments. This is already a commitment and a show that there is no, we are here to stay and we are here to deliver what the government has assigned us to. See the way they are, these equipments. From here up to 46 kilometers are all equipments. And these equipment were bought with the money. So even if we have to swindle this money to foreign accounts, we will have not bought this equipment. So there is an assurance that I want to give to our people that this is a viable project. Let us support it. Let us work together. And any other road construction in South Sudan, let us support it so that we can deliver development to our people.
And tell me about employment, most likely of the youth who are redundant, they don't have work. What have you done in terms of giving opportunities to South Sudanese?
Wow, we already have 700 employees, South Sudanese employees. And we have about 200 specialists that are mixed with South Sudanese and also foreigners. That is about 900 employees already by ARC. And youth, you have seen them the way they are walking along the road here. They are contributing to development and they are also feeding their families, which is a novel idea.
And what would you say is the philosophy of ARC? What motivates you to stand on the road like we are now? It is sunny, it is hot. And what motivates you as a company and maybe you as an individual?
We are motivated to do development. You know, some of us, we contributed through Liberation War. But right now, we are motivated to do development, to deliver development to our people when we are still alive, so that the future is guaranteed. Without development, you cannot guarantee the future. But it is development that actually guarantees the future. And this is what the president is telling us. He's telling us, achieve development so that our people can be first-class citizens in their own country.
Simon Akwei Deng, thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
Salam, Jibu salam, Jibu salam, hum Jibu salam, Beinumon.
Jibu salam, Jibu salam, Jibu salam, hum Jibu salam, Beinumon.
Jibu salam, Jibu salam, Jibu salam, hum Jibu salam, Beinumon.
Jibu salam, Jibu salam, Jibu salam, hum Jibu salam, Beinumon.
Zaman ana finum rabu nasilu dula dai kala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Zaman ana finum rabuna shilu dula dai kala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Zaman ana finum rabu nasilu dula dai kala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Zaman ana finum rabuna shilu dula dai kala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Tajil zahir kwes mara zahir kwes ame jidala. Hallelujah, amen.
Rajin zahir kwes mara zahir kwes ame.
Arrange for the interview to know about our company. So our company called ARC Resources Corporation Limited. ARC means the Africa. That means African Resources Corporation Limited. So we try our best and then to provide services for South Sudanese people to get the good services, the quality infrastructure. So with all our technical know-how, and then so implementation. So this one I committed since from the beginning, so to provide quality job within the limited time frame and then budget. So that means the money values services have to be given to the clients in particular, and then so the whole South Sudanese people in general. Because the Ministry of Road and Bridges is already studied in the beginning our capabilities in terms of technical, in terms of its equipment, in terms of financial. So they are convinced to award that projects to us. Before signing the contract, so we have a lot of its discussion, meeting, and so forth. Finally, they accept it and to award this project. I see, because I heard, and from that Juba and Balcazar Road. So at the time, so on that day, the rain is like it's an unusual rain. So within the short hour, it's a heavy downpour. Not only that project, our project also suffer. So my projects, so since from the beginning, before we do the design, we have already like it's environmental investigation have to be done. And then also the waterway, the hydrology, so we consider in factor is to put in that design. So that is during the rainy season, so we try to, before the rainy season, we try to put the across the drainage system. And from like it's for the road, some area, so it's lower. So the embankment high depends on height of the embankment and the catchment area of the rains. So we have to put there is a various size of the culvert. When the catchment area water volume is high, if we put it the cross drain like the smaller the pipes. So this one, the water, so runoff won't go faster. At the time, a lot of pressure from this, so upstream the water can wash and to your embankment. So to avoid this one, so I have many experience from many various countries like that. So I consider this. So you can see on the side, there is a very larger basin, so culvert. The length is 10 meter, the height is 3 meter. So that kind of is so the catchment area, the water, when heavy downpour come, all the water can pass through that cross drain. So that means the embankment is a can. No need to bear for this, the pressure. So the discharge rate is so high, so this can easily pass it out. That means it's like the pressure release. If you don't release the pressure of the water pressure, this will wash away your embankment. This is the nature of the hydrological, the hydraulics, and then so forth. We have considered in design phase, so that's why so our road is a standstill and to resist this erosion. Yes, we are committed. We will provide the quality job to the South Sudanese. And then because of the clients, because we want the client to receive money value products. So that is so our main principle, our main policy of the company.
Fixing South Sudan.
Yeah, fixing South Sudan. So that means, as in the beginning I told you, so we will provide, we will commit it, and we will, so what we committed, and to provide South Sudan, so very good services, money value services, and that kind of thing. So we try our best to fix it, what we committed. I don't see this one. So after the finishing the highway, so the people, the habitat is along the highway, and the people mostly is a benefit to the closest environment, and this one, and overall all South Sudan. And for the after completion of that road, so all will be benefited, not only South Sudan, the other people all over the world also benefit from the roads. For example, the people can go faster from Juba to Bor, and also all this one, like the travelers, and because South Sudan is a very rich in its natural resources. What I see, along this highway, from that side is a Nile River, and the other side is a lot of it's a habitat, and then the area national park like this. Yes. So people will, so maybe tourism, the industrial will boom, so I'm sure, because of my past experience in many other countries, wherever the roads is ready. And also the economics will be booming because of the goods between from there and from here, there's the flow of the goods, the flow of the people, so very faster. So that means, so all this one is so involved in the economy, and then this one is so very, very benefit to not only South Sudan, the people all over the world also is benefited after completion of this road. It's going to take now, is according to my original plans, 3 years. Yes. If there is no challenges, disturbance, like is so the cash flow. According to the project, this, for example, this one, so maybe 100 millions. So have to be finished by 3 years, 36 months. So I have to get this kind of the cash flow every month. So that means 100 divided by 36. So we need at that time of cash on time every month. The cash flow is very important. And to complete this road with the quality, if cash flow is a delay, 1 month delay, the project will be delayed. Is so because they are related each other. Right. So, but anyway, so we committed, and we try to finish this road within three years.
Jerusalem, 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 home Jerusalem, Benumon.
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 Zaman hanafinum Rabu nasiludula taikala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Zaman hanafinum Rabuna shiludula daikala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Zaman hanafinum Rabu nasiludula taikala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Zaman hanafinum Rabuna shiludula daikala kumara. Hallelujah, amen.
Tajil zahir kwes mara zahir kwes amejidala. Hallelujah, amen.
Rajin Zahir Kwes